blue and any black one. One of those. And I got a nice. I'm just using the chisel edge of my brush because I don't want that horizon line to be too big. Even though we have white paint already on there, let's just make some center here, okay? There's your center. So just make it round and round and round we go. Now, the next one we're going to do is yellow, okay? So, pick up on your dirty brush, pick up some yellow. You don't need a big lot because you have the magic white on there. All right, so go around that white. Keep that white center. Good. That magic white really makes it, I mean, it's so silky and smooth. What a nice. Ow, gorgeous. I hope you do this because when you get used to magic white, I've had people say it's a game changer for acrylic painting, which is wonderful. All right, so I got my yellow on, and now we got to get blue on there. So clean off your brush so your blue won't turn green. Clean off your brush. Alright, so just clean it off with tissue. I didn't even bother putting it in water. And I'm going to get blue paint. I'm going to get very little because if we're using the magic white, you don't need as much paint. But if you don't have magic white, you're going to need a lot. You're going to need to really fill up your brush with paint. So let's see if we can get that on there. Oh yeah, that's nice. We'll go around here. It might turn a little green, but that's okay. Alright, so this is going to be our forest light. Okay, so that's going to be like this, and nice. Might look funny now, but when we get all the blending done, it'll look really nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean my brush off really good. I want you to wipe it off. I want you to put it in water, and you can hear me putting in water, and I'm going to clean off my brush really good, okay? I don't want any paint on that whatsoever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put white on my brush again. Okay, start in the center again. I'm going to work my way out. Okay, so we go around the circle. Hopefully you don't find this too hard because it's so much fun. It's so nice too, you know. Come out into the green, yellow, and the green, the blue. It turns a little green, that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's just as long as you get some nice, a bright center in here, okay? Bright center is the main focal point. There we go. So you just go around so you can blend it all out. When you go, don't go back into the white. Don't go back into the center, okay? Don't go back in there. When you do go back in there, you got to clean your brush perfectly good and work your way out. All right, so that's what we're going to do again now, because I want to get that blended much nicer than that, okay? So I'm going to go back in here, clean off your brush, and then come out again. See, the more you go over it, the better it comes out, right? So you blend yourself out again, because if you touch that blue, you don't want to go back into your yellow and white. All right, so I'm just wiping it off as I go along, and then I'm blending. Don't go back in, not unless you clean your brush really good. Clean your brush. I'm going to go back into white again, clean my brush. I'm picking up some white, going in here again. I'm going to go back out. the yellow again. So this is a good lesson in learning how to blend. Now, if you're not using the magic white, some of this might dry on you, so you got to continuously put wipe off your brush, because I picked up a bit of blue there, and you got to continuously put paint on your brush in order to keep it blending, okay? So, but that's okay, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you got lots of paint left over, that's okay. So that's coming out nicely there now. It's nice and smooth. Good. So just get the outer ring there. Now I'm going to add darker blue. So I'm just going to go with pure blue. And I'm going to go outside here. All right. And over here. See, that the darker you have on the edges, then it's going to, I'm blending it out here like this. I'm blending it out here like this. Clean off your brush so that you're not having too much paint this time, and then you can just go in here like this and blend those two lines together. See that? So you want it to transition into each other, see? Like that. And we got to wipe off your paint. Wipe it off, because if you don't, you'll be bringing all that dark blue into your lights. And we don't want that, okay? But that's starting to look nice there now, isn't it? Keep wiping off your brush when you pick up your blue, okay? All right. Nice. Now we're going to get even darker. We're going to add some, let's add some red to our blue. That'll make it interesting. That will really darken it up. Almost black, see that? Make your own black, see? Add ultramarine blue and reds and 3 primary colors. You can add ultramarine blue to burnt umber and have a beautiful black. So you can make your own black if you don't like using black out of the bottle. So you want to get this dark, dark, dark. Good. Yeah. This gives this a really nice deep purple look. Ooh. Nice. Stay out here, don't go inside. You'll ruin it. We don't want to do that. We worked hard to get that nice inside there, didn't we? So now we want to, because we got the magic white on, we're going to be able to blend this beautifully, alright? So here we go. We'll just keep continuing out. That's going to be, now here we go, we're cleaning off our brush again, alright? Get your paper towel and start wiping off your tissue. Make sure you get a lot of it off, because you don't want to ruin this in here. So what we're trying to accomplish is get those two lines blended together, see? And then you can move back out. Don't move in, move out. Look, see, that's blending very nicely there. Good. Clean off your brush. And good. And then you move back. Right? Nice. Isn't that nice? Now we're going to add our darkest blue. So we've got blue and our red. And now we're going to add black to it. We're going to really darken it up. Really, really, really dark. Okay? Look at that. Oh, nice. Look how dark that is. Beautiful. Now you can always, whenever you're using stretch canvas, you can always go to the back, you know, just paint the sides. Paint the sides if you want. And the top and the bottom. Look how nice and dark that is. But yet it's not a flat black. It's not, because you're adding colors to your black, like blue and red, then you're going to get a nice black, not a pure black. Alright, so they're nice and dark. Come around the side. Alright, there we go. Look at that. See? And as it gets dark like that, it really gives that center, makes that center really stand out. So I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to wipe it off with my tissue. get as much off as I can. All right, and then I'm going to get those two lines to blend nicely. Try not to go too far in, and go in a little bit, but I wouldn't go in too far. But look how nice. Oh, look. See the transition? How it's all transitioning together? Now, I did one before, something like this, when I never had any ideas about magic white. And I had to use a lot of paint to keep the paint wet, and to keep it blending like this I had to use a lot of paint. So if you got to use a lot of paint, then just keep filling up your brush, because you'll say you do this and then it starts to dry and you add more black, you know, keep adding the color that you're trying to blend. All right, that's perfect. Perfect. Now I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to clean this off here and clean that up a bit on that side. Nice, isn't it? Wow. Now I might even do a better blend than that. I might fold it up. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to clean off my brush really good in water, and then I'm going to get every bit, or you can change to another brush, all right? Because we don't want to mess this up. We've worked hard at it. I got my brush spotlessly clean. There's no paint on it whatsoever. I'm going to go back into my white, picking up some white. Got a bit on there, nice bit, and because I still have magic white on there, so this is all going to blend nice. I'm just going to go to the center, and then I'm going to move out, and I'm going to move out, and I'm going to blend it all together beautifully. There we go. Get the yellows going on there now. Don't go into the blue yet. Go into the blue now. Don't go back in. Once you go into the blue, don't go back in. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Now once you go into the darker blue, don't go back in. Alright, it's a bit of white on my brush, that's fine. That'll brighten up a little bit more. Nice. And that's blending lovely. Clean off my brush just in case I got a bit too much on there. And nice. Clean off your brush. That way you can fix up anything that needs to be fixed. Clean off your brush. Go back in and out. That's a nice blend, isn't it? Clean off your brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of white on the corner of my brush. I'm just going to see if that helps. That way I can just get that corner there. I think that's good. I think that looks nice as it is. If you blend it too much, it'll all look like one color. So I don't want to do that. I want it to be all got that few swirls in there, you know. You can see the roundness of the glow of that center there. That's what it's like, see? But see how it's blending nicely? Look. Nice. I think it's really nice. I think that worked out pretty good. I should leave it alone, or I'm going to end up fooling it up. Hey, once you get it the way you want it, leave it alone. I'll leave mine alone. I'll leave it alone. All right, that looks good. Oh, nice, yeah. Now down here, we can have sort of like water. So I'm just going to take my same flat brush, and I'm going to, I didn't try the Bristle one. This one works better. This one works better. So I'm just going to put on some of my blue paint first. I don't have magic paint on down here. I don't need it. I want to use lots of paint though. I'll have to use more paint, but that's okay because I want to, don't need it. I don't feel like I need it. You know, you can use it if you want to, but I don't think I need it. Because I tell you why I don't want it, because I don't need to do much blending down here. So it's mainly, magic white is great for when you're blending large areas. Magic mist is great for when you just want to mist it as if you're misting with water, but it'll keep it wet longer. So I have all the recipes there for you, and I think you'll, I think once you get used to them, you'll enjoy them. And if you use Magic Mist, I tried different bottles, but the only one that works really good is this type of bottle, okay? This one works really good, but with the other bottles, they stuck. They got stuck on me, right? These misting bottles, they got stuck on me, and this one got stuck on me also, okay? So I had to clean it out because I couldn't get it to mist. So I went out and bought another one again. This one hasn't been used yet because I wanted to show it to you, okay? So these are the ones. They're only $1 or something, $1.50, I'm not sure, but it's at one of the dollar stores. And that's the one that's been working great for me. So I'm gonna make sure that you guys got all the scoop. And I love hearing your comments, letting me know how you make up with the Magic White, and you know, let me know how it works for you, and if it's working for you. I've gotten a lot of good comments, you know. I'm not trying to sell anything to you because I've had people ask me. I've contacted a few manufacturers and I can't get any responses yet. So hopefully someday we'll be able to bottle it for you, and then you'll be able to, you know, buy it rather than try and mix it yourself. But for now, you can mix your own. All you gotta do is, you do have to buy the gels and things like that. I do have links to those in my Amazon shop, and if you buy from my Amazon shop, you can support my channel by, I get at least 25 cents or so in commission. So everything helps, you know. It all adds up. It all adds up. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with that. I just want you guys to be able to it's worth for you to come back to me and say, you know something, you really helped me paint better. You really helped me. You really gave me some great ideas. You really helped me feel good about painting and knowing that I could actually do it. That's what my reward is, more than money. The money part of it is great so I can buy more supplies, so I can keep this going. That's why I have Patreon. And you guys viewing my videos and sharing them and giving me likes and things like that, that helps build up my YouTube channel also. So then, you know, everything helps. And that way I can keep doing this, you know. You know, I bought cameras out of my Patreon money, and canvases and paints and brushes, you know. So it all helps a lot to keep this going. Now I got that part done, but what I want to do now is I want to add a little bit of color to it. Not a lot, but just something to brighten it up. So I'm going to pick up some yellow. I'm going to add some yellow streaks here just from the glow of the, adds a little bit of greenish tint to it too also, right? That's fine, because we want to add a bit of color. There's nothing wrong with that. I might have to fix that part there up, I can see now. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. This could be water, it could be land, it could be whatever you want it to be. But we'll say it's water. We'll put a bit of land down here for the trees and things. Okay, so I'm just going to add, what I'm doing is I'm putting yellow on my brush, and I'm not blending it in, I'm just letting it fall off my brush, and then I'm just gliding it along. So I'm not really blending it in. I want it to stand out. See, isn't that cool? So just, when you put it on, just put it on one side of your brush, that might help. One side, and the side down with the paint on it, just touch the chisel edge of your brush and just glide. And just let it fall off your brush. See? You get those nice little streaks. The yellow's kind of nice, isn't it? It's pretty, isn't it? I'm going to add white to that now too in a minute. Clean off your yellow and then just go into some white. Do the same thing, you know, just add a little bit of white on the tip of your brush or on one side of your brush. And then side with the white on it, just touch the chisel edge and touch and let it fall off. Just let it fall off, or let it come off on its own, right? Try not to smooth in, try to avoid the yellows that you got on there. You don't want them on there because you want to keep that. So just try to keep it right. See how that adds a little more oomph? Is that a new word for you? oomph, a little more boost. See that? Isn't that nice? All right. Keep going. So the light's really shiny here in this middle part here. Try to follow the light. Good. Nice.
You're simply the best. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Woohoo! The best tasting zero sugar cola.
Just keep following the light. Good. It's cute, different. Like a little more in the center here. Not much, just a touch. And that white paint will come off your brush. No need to do a lot of rubbing. Okay, so that's kind of cute. That's different, right? It's like, it's not like a realistic painting. It's more of, you know, I don't know, it's nice. How about that? It's nice. It's cute. It's different. We don't want everything to be exactly the same all the time, right? So what we want to do now is add, I'm going to add my black. I'm going to add black with my blues and my red, right? I want to keep, might even add a bit of yellow. Yeah, oh yes, yeah. You can add all kinds of colors together. I'm going to use this for land down here, just so we'll say that the trees are sitting on land here. Maybe there's something going on. We'll see, maybe. And we will add some land. Not much, just black. Just black. Maybe we'll throw in a little bit of black shadow going on in here. Just pull in some black shadows just to give it some contrast, that's all. Just a little bit, not a big lot. Just pull in, chisel edge of your brush. Pull in a few little dark. You don't have to do this, I'm just giving you some little things too. Alright, so see that little darkness gives a little bit of nice shadow on the edge there. Alright, let's pull it in like that, see? Good. Nice to have a little bit of contrast. That contrast really makes everything else stand out so nicely, especially the lights, right? Okay, so that's nice. Isn't that nice? All right, I like it. Nice. All right, let's do that. Let's keep going. You can also pull up some, on chiseled edge, you can pull up some of these. Maybe there's some bits of grass or something coming out here. We don't know, right? We're just kind of making up our own little world. It's your world, so you can put in whatever you want. Little bits of grass. And we are going to put in a couple of trees. So because the trees in the back are far away, we're going to add our black and some white, okay? Black and white. Now, we're going to put these in the back. So we're going to make a dot. We're going to make one here. We don't want to cover up too much of the sun, but we want, if you put dark against light, it'll come out really nice. Put a couple here, maybe one here. Make a dot. Make some dots of where you want your trees, okay? A dot here, okay? And then use the chisel edge of your brush and bring one down here. And then we'll bring another one down here, and if you want it a little bit thicker, just push it a little bit harder, your chiseled edge, and pick up some paint if you need it. And we got another one right here, so you can touch there and pull up, or you can come down to meet it. Don't push too hard if you want a smaller one. Good, and pick up some more paint if you need it, and another one over here. Good, these are the background ones, okay? So, a couple smaller ones there. And maybe you want, as you get closer, to get light, to get darker. So maybe we have one, that one's crooked. So maybe we have one, I'm gonna fix that one, I don't like that. That's a bit better. That's good. And then we have maybe a smaller one in the back there. I'm kind of messed that one up a little bit, so I'm gonna put a smaller one back here. I add a little more light color to my paint, and I want a lighter one back there. There we go, that's good. Now, we're gonna go with the bigger ones. So we're gonna add more black. We're gonna have one coming here. So I'm just gonna put a little, I might just come right down to the canvas. Okay, so if I lose that one, I'll just put another one in. So I'm gonna take my brush and turn it around, and I'm gonna touch and pull down this huge tree. Now, because the paint is still wet, probably not, might have to wait for it to dry a little bit in order to make that even darker. That's nice. All right, now this one here, that's the background, so I'm going to put another one here, and that one is going to be touch and push in hard so that you can get a bigger tree. Now, if you lost your background trees, at least you know what to do, so you can add them back in. You go later and then add some more. I might add a couple more in between. So you can either put them on first or put them on after you get your bigger trees done. Whatever works. So I want another tree. Got that tree there. I want another tree here somewhere. I'm going to lose that little one. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to bring it right down to the bottom here. Because I don't want it too wide yet, I'm just going to touch on the chisel edge and push in and pull down. All right, push in to the top. All right. So I might put another one on the edge here, a wider one, maybe a nice big one over here in this corner. Way down, 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 down. Right, that takes up that whole edge there, see? Just gonna wipe that on there. That's another one right there. Good. Now I'm gonna fix them up a little bit because I can see through them. But see, if you use this brush, this is the synthetic brush. It's got a chiseled edge on it. And that's how we're getting those nice straight lines on the edge. If you use a bristle brush, your edges are going to be wrinkled and crooked. And something like me, wrinkled and crooked. Oh boy. Okay. So fix them up whatever way you need to. So you're happy with them. Wait for them to dry and do a second coat if you have to, if you can see through them, okay? And this one here is okay, I think. That one in the background, I want to keep that lighter. I'm going to add some more in the background there because I messed them up. I'm just going to wipe off my brush and add my white for a couple of small ones in the background there because I messed them up a little bit. So I'm just going to add one there. This will give you some distance too, you know. That's a bit better. So we got a few in the background there. You can have as many as you want, but I kind of like that. So you can notice I'm using the same brush all the time, right? I may change brushes in a few minutes, but just going to add a bit of grass here. I like these silhouettes. You can do almost anything with them. It's hard to make a mistake, isn't it? Just pulling up some grass. Just let your imagination kind of go wherever you want it to go. You can add birds, you can add people standing up from the grass here. I was thinking about doing that too, but I might leave it, I'm not sure yet. So that's that, and now take your black again. You can add your colors to it, probably a bit of red and yellow, doesn't matter, and add it to the black just to give it so it won't be flat. And because we're using the same brush, we can now add a few branches. Touch on your chiseled edge and pull out. Come behind that tree if you want, maybe one up like that. Now we want to go across, so that if we go across, that will help make that moon look even brighter again. So we will take a branch, come across, and that will give distance also to that background. I know this is the scary part because you don't really want to mess it up, right? Make a bad mistake or you don't like it. My goodness. So you make a mistake and you don't like it, then it's possible that you could. Now what you could do, so you won't, feel that if you're too scared, let it all dry, and then then draw your branches out with chalk. And that way, if you make a mess or you don't like it, you can always erase the chalk, right? You can always take a damp brush and get rid of the chalk until you get, so that might help. So in case, because I don't want you to mess it up. You did it, got this far, you don't want to mess it up, right? This is the part that you could mess up. It's very, very easy, and you can't fix it really because it's black on all the light color in the back. So we'll just take out another one here. I'm using chiseled edge. And I'm going to do smaller ones with a smaller brush. I want to take one off of this one. And I'm going to take one off of this. That's still this front one here. It's not the back one. It just happened to look like it's coming off that back one. But where it's nice and dark, you should be able to distinguish. Maybe there's one coming off of here. Should be going. Let's just bring it up here. Okay. All right. Now because this one here should be in front of this one here, so if you're going to put a branch back here, put it behind that branch, because that one should be standing out in front of this guy, okay, because it's bigger and it's okay. So, or don't put a branch there at all if that's going to make it look awkward. I'm just going to put it in here like this because I want some branches in here. That's behind that one. I think I got enough branches. Kind of nice, isn't it? There's a small branch coming off here. This one here. Good. I think I'm going to change to another brush before I add too much more, because this is a fairly big brush. So I'm just going to use a liner brush. Just get your liner brush out. Be a small liner like this one, or it could be a long liner. A long liner, cool. So just roll it into your paint and put water on it if you have to. Like for them to be a bit darker. So now I can get a nice sharp edge here. Fix that up a little bit. a long liner would be much better, because this one here is not bad, but I need a really sharp, I need a really pointy tip, and that doesn't have the pointiest tip that I'm looking for. But it's good for getting in here and fixing this up. Getting a little bit of an edge there. I can't. I'm going to change my brush again. Got a longer one here now. See what this one's like, right? So always practice and check out your brushes and see if you can, that's longer, see? And I'm looking for that nice pointy top. So roll it around in your paint, try and get a nice pointy top. That way you should be able to get some nice small branches coming off the bigger branches. Like that. And wet your brush if you have to. Make it move. See? Take one off the other. So pick a branch, then take a smaller one off of that branch and a smaller one off of that branch, right? Do as many as you want. So there we go. It's coming along. We're almost finished there now. So I'm just going to get a little bit of a smaller flat brush and synthetic with chisel edge. I'm going to clean up this edge here. I'm going to put a little dark shadows underneath some of those trees that I made right here. I'm going to take those white dots out of there and just put some shadow there. And I'm going to, I like that darkness against the light. Really makes it stand out. That's the contrast. Really gives it a nice look, doesn't it? Smooth it out a little bit more. Just add a little dark here and there. It don't have to be exactly the same as mine. All right. What I want to do is clean up that part here. Make sure you get a clean brush or change brushes. Like I say, it's so just get a bit of blue and white. Clean this edge up here. Now maybe your edge is cleaner than mine, so I need a little more blue. I wanted to get a bluer than that. Needed to fit in with what I did up top. So that's the edge of the water there, so it's okay. Just want to make sure that it looks like an edge and it doesn't look like. And I'm going to add white to that edge to get that nice brightness going on there. Just add white to one side of your brush like I did before and just touch that edge, the chisel edge of your brush, and let that white fall off. And that will give you those nice see? That's better. It's kind of nice, isn't it? It's different. I've seen other ones out there similar to this one. I've seen people paint, you know, like you're going to find some paintings are similar to each other, but you know, you put your spin on it, and so you can make yours different and enjoyable. So I'm going to add yellow to my brush with a little bit of white. I'm going to give it a bit of a glow from the moon on the edge here. Same deal, just put it on one side of your brush. That might get easy for you. One side, and then use your chiseled edge to touch the chiseled edge, and the yellow it'll fall off. Okay, it'll fall off on its own. All you gotta do is touch the yellow on like that. And that will fall off, see? Reload, touch the chisel edge, and the yellow is on the back. Alright, if you're right-handed, just do it the opposite way. If you're right-handed, then you will do the yellow on the back, and your brush will touch on the chiseled edge and it'll fall off. So, same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of red too. Orange is really nice for highlights. Just to give it a nice bit of color there. Nice. See, my brush is letting the paint fall off, so don't have to worry too much. Get that nice chiseled edge though. Don't lose that straight edge that you had there. Move it back a little bit. Isn't that nice? Really nice. The one back here might be behind that tree, but it's still the light's going to shine on. Like I say, it's your world, so you can have the light shining wherever you want. But you want to make it look, you want to make sense. It has to make sense. Okay? You know, because if you say, oh, the light's shining from here, but I'm going to put the light on the back, well, that wouldn't make much sense, would it? Because that's where the shadow is. Try to picture where the light might be shining. pick up a bit of red and yellow together. Right, I'm just sort of dabbling on a bit of red and yellow. And just trying to find places that would match or would look nice. Really bright here. I'm just kind of guessing, you know, I'm kind of just, I don't know, having a bit of fun. Just kind of have a bit of fun with it. Isn't that nice? Oh, I like that, those highlights. And some red. And I'm going to highlight this tree here. Yeah, I'm adding a lot, that's okay. Put the red and yellow on one side of your brush. Lay it down. And it'll fall off. Nice. Doesn't have to be all over the tree. Maybe even just in spots, you know? Maybe just little spots. What do you think the brightest light is? Now, just be gentle. Just tap if you got to. But you don't want, like I said, this is critical because this is the part now where you're working on top of all that hard work you did, right? So you don't want to ruin it by making big mistakes that you can't fix. Just take your time. Now this part here you can fix. If you make a mistake or you don't like what you see when you put on your highlights, just go back to the black and start over, all right? So you don't need to ruin. The biggest problem is putting on those black trees. And that's where you're better off. Even back there it might be a little bit of a glow. Might put a little bit of white yellow on that there. The edge. So you can do anything. Different, isn't it? All these little touch-ups and things, isn't that cute? I'm not going to do too much more. I'll probably put a little bit of highlight on the tops of those little grasses there. Just picking up and I'm just touching. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Leave some of them dark so you don't want them to, just want to. It looks nice. I like it. I like it. I don't know if I want to add more. I was thinking about adding a couple of people standing there, but I think I'll leave it. I was going to add some. Leaves to the trees. I don't know if I want to. I'm not sure. That might make a mess. Leave it as it is. Let me know if you want me to add. I can add them first so you don't have to do it, and that way, you know, you'll see if you like it or not. So I better be careful of me. I'm gonna get too excited here. But that's kind of nice as it is. It's got, you know, yeah, I like it. All right. Now, just for fun, I mentioned to you in another video about how you can try stickers to try and, you know, add the stickers to your painting, see if you like it. And I bought these stickers here, and I was trying to see something here that maybe you could, rather than paint it on, you may not like it, maybe a little bunny rabbit or something hiding in the woods, right? It's so cute. Maybe anything at all. I'll pick anything here at all, because I don't have a big lot to choose from. A little squirrel or something. So I'm just going to pick it off, and if you like it, we can paint it on. But we can just try it first to see if it makes any sense. It has to make sense, right? So you get a little squirrel there. So you can have little animals in your forest. But, oh, I found a bunny rabbit. I found a bunny rabbit. So that's a little squirrel, and I got a little bunny rabbit that I just found. So I'll put that little guy hiding over here. Now, if you like those little animals, you can paint them on after. And you paint them black. When all this dries, you draw that out, and or you find like clip art and you paint it black first, and then you will highlight it like we did with the trees, just some little highlights so you can see the ears and the face, and the stickers will give you an idea where to put the highlights, right? So I thought that's a cute idea. I love the fact that you can use stickers just to give you an idea what would look nice in your painting without ruining it, you know what I mean? Well, look, isn't that cute? Guys, I hope you like this painting. I really love it. I love all the highlights and the trees, and it's kind of abstract. Like I'm painting lately, I've been doing things almost abstract, you know, and I love it because you don't have to worry about everything being so perfect, unless you're into that. Okay, if you're into that fine art, then you can also do that. But I love these kind of paintings where you can just have fun with them, and I love those stickers. I love the fact that you can put these stickers. See how cute that is? See, so you can either leave the stickers there, or you can take them off and paint them on. You know now where they go and if they look nice. If you put it on and you didn't like it, just take it off. So I like the stickers. I hope that helps you. So that's it for now. So you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching, and paint along with me, and email me at allisonpryor@yahoo.com and let me know how you made out with your painting, if you need any help or anything, and send me